The camera starts from a bird's eye view, sweeping across the golden sands and the glistening Nile River, presenting the awe-inspiring beauty of Egypt. Shadows of ancient structures rise from the desert, bearing testament to the time when the pharaohs ruled. Egypt, a land of mysteries and the cradle of civilization, holds many tales of greatness, power, artistry, religion, and culture in its lap. Each ruin, each grain of sand has a tale to tell, some of which are yet to be discovered. As we delve into these marvels, we bring you closer to the 10 most essential ancient Egyptian cities, each a relic of Egypt's storied past. In the heart of the Nile Delta lies the sacred city of Heliopolis, the City of the Sun. This city was a major center of religious worship in ancient Egypt, dedicated primarily to the sun god Ra. Heliopolis is the site where the ancient Egyptians believed the world was created from the primordial waters of chaos, the birthplace of the gods. Today, although much of its ancient glory is lost to time, the spirit of this city can still be felt in its lone standing obelisk, the tallest in Egypt. This city was a beacon of knowledge and philosophy, and its great temple was an unparalleled sight of grandeur and sophistication. Moving further down the Nile, we reach Memphis, Egypt's first capital founded by the legendary king Menes. Now an open-air museum, Memphis once stood as a significant political and administrative center, showcasing the grandeur of the pharaohs. Here, the colossal statue of Ramses II stands as a reminder of the city's glorious past, an indelible mark on the annals of time. The city was thought to be under the protection of the god Ptah, the patron of craftsmen, and it remained an important city throughout ancient Egypt's history. Further south along the Nile lies the city of Abydos, the city of the dead. This city holds a mystical aura as it was the center of the cult of Osiris, the god of the afterlife. Abydos is where the ancients embarked on their final journey to the afterlife. The Temple of Seti I is the city's prime jewel, with its remarkably preserved hieroglyphic texts and the Abydos King List, which gives a chronological list of the early dynastic monarchs of Egypt. Traveling onward, we find ourselves in the grand city of Thebes, now known as Luxor. Home to the majestic Valley of the Kings and the spectacular temples of Karnak and Luxor, Thebes was the jewel of ancient Egypt. During the New Kingdom period, this city was a powerhouse of culture, wealth, and political influence. Known as the City of 100 Gates, it was dedicated to the Theban triad of Amun, Mut, and Khonsu. The relics of Thebes, from the grand statues to the intricately carved tombs, narrate tales of the city's grandeur. To the south of Thebes, on the bank of the Nile, lies Edfu, home to the best preserved ancient temple in Egypt, the Temple of Horus. This city was built with a sense of divine purpose, dedicated to Horus, the falcon-headed god. The temple's inscriptions provide a wealth of information about language, myth, and religion during the Greco-Roman period in ancient Egypt, offering an insight into the civilization's depth and complexity. Beyond the confines of the Nile River, in the western desert, the oasis city of Karga presents a stark contrast to the typical Egyptian landscape. Karga was an important city on the 40 Days Road, an ancient trade route. Its remote location didn't deter it from becoming a thriving center of agriculture and trade, evident in the monumental temple of Hebes, which pays homage to the Theban god Amun. On the northern edge of the Fayum oasis, the city of Crocodilopolis, or Arsinoe, was the center of worship for the crocodile god Sobek. The city is home to the labyrinth, described by Herodotus as a confusing network of paths and chambers, and the Pyramid of Hawara, reminiscent of the ingenuity of ancient Egyptian architecture. Further south lies the city of Elephantine, a city that played a vital role in Egypt's economic life as a trading center. Known for its ivory trade, It also held significant military importance with its strategic location at the first cataract of the Nile River. The ruins of its temples, fort, and town make it an archaeologist's haven, giving insights into the socio-political life of ancient Egypt. Sailing up the Nile, the city of Amarna emerges. Established by Pharaoh Akhenaten, this city is unique because it was built as the center for the worship of the Aten, or the sun disk, a significant shift from traditional Egyptian polytheism. The city's art, showcasing naturalistic portrayals, was a marked departure from the usual stylized art form of the period, making Amarna a symbol of radical and controversial change. Finally, we reach the southernmost city of ancient Egypt, Aswan. Known for its quarries of red granite, it was an essential center for the construction of monumental structures throughout Egypt. The unfinished obelisk, left in situ, gives a sense of the arduous task the ancient workers undertook in quarrying these massive structures. Each of these cities, each monument, tells tales of triumph and defeat, love and betrayal, life and death, gods and pharaohs. They are more than just structures or places, they are time capsules, each holding a piece of the puzzle that is ancient Egypt. As we trace our fingers over the hieroglyphs, walk the same path that the pharaohs walked thousands of years ago, we can feel the pulse of the civilization that once was. The echoes of the past still resonate in the heart of Egypt, waiting to tell their stories to anyone who will listen. It's not just about history, it's about heritage, about understanding how our past shapes our present and future. The relics of ancient Egyptian cities serve as a mirror to our ancestors, reflecting their achievements, their beliefs, and their indomitable spirit, leaving an indelible impact on humanity's shared legacy.